The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On the give, this is Akers. And some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Here's the ball carrier.
A huge play that time for the Rams. 54 yards. First and goal from the 3. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead.
The extra point.
It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 78 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Rams.
On 1st down, gone. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, We had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Again, it'll be Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
42-yard line.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Garoppolo on first down. Forced out to his left. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Niners 14, Rams 10. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Akers. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Here's the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to
there is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. 22 yards there, a first down.
And a Rams first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting, instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing again is gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air again, gone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches. At the 40.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Lewis able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense at their 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Johnson on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this 1st half.
Man, it's good to see you out there, baby.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Garoppolo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
49er.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right here. Double tight.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackle.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. 15, check back 50. All right, T, let's go. 12, fellas, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Garoppolo, quick throw out to Ayuk. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll...
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now Jones. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Pettis on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Around 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 45 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 50, it's gone. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll. And his kick is right through.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trip. He's got daylight. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. Eventually, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 28. A big play there on 3rd and 8. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Able to find his running back, Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Niners 49, Rams 31.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Akers. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 46. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the 49ers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.